Two of my favorite breakfasts are oatmeal or a smoothie. In today's recipe, I'm going to show you how we combine both of those things into a delicious oatmeal cookie smoothie. It's fabulous. The first thing that you're going to do is want to log on to www.fork-road.com to follow along with me on the recipe. And just like with regular recipes, and a smoothie is a pretty easy recipe because we're going to put a bunch of things in the blender and turn it on. But even so, even though it sounds easy, I still like to refer to the recipe. I like to get my ingredients out to make sure that they're all there, because there's nothing worse than getting into the middle of a recipe and discovering that you're lacking something, right? I bet it's happened to you. So all of my ingredients are here and I'll walk you through them real quick. We've got some almond milk. I make my almond milk from scratch. I love homemade almond milk. It's very, very easy, and we've made that on another episode here on the show. We've got oats. A caution for you, make sure that you use old-fashioned or regular, the kind of oats that you cook for a while. You're not going to want to use quick cooking oats because they're going to get soggy, they're going to break down quickly, and they won't give you the nice body to the smoothie that you're looking for. Frozen banana is our next ingredient, and the important thing to know about frozen banana is when you're preparing your bananas to be made for your smoothies, what you'll do is you'll wait till your banana's good and black, kind of like if you were going to be making banana bread. The whole outside peel will be black. You'll peel it first, and then what I do is I put it on a plate or on a cookie sheet so that if it's, because you're not usually freezing one banana, so several bananas on a cookie sheet into the freezer, not touching each other, because if you just put them all in there together, you're going to end up with a banana clump, and you don't want that. So once they're frozen, then I take them, separate them, and put them in a bag for storage. So frozen banana, the other reason, the important thing to know, the reason I'm letting them get black is that the natural sugars will come forward in the banana, and then I don't have to add any additional sweetener. So that's a really good tip, especially if you're trying to watch how much sugar you're adding to your diet. Next ingredient is chia seeds, and you're familiar with that. It's a really good source of good, healthy omega-3s in particular. They're very good. They're good in fiber, and they also add some bulk to the smoothie. They'll absorb a lot of the moisture and make it a nice, thick, satisfying taste. Cacao nibs is another ingredient that we're going to be using today. Cacao nibs are simply hard bits of chocolate. The reason I put those in there is they don't completely break down when we make the smoothie. They'll stay in it a little bit chunky, and I like that feeling. Again, this is breakfast, and I want to have a feeling of kind of stick to my ribsness. Raisins are the only additional sugar source that I'm adding as a sweetener. You can get all different kinds of raisins. I don't know if you realize this, but they are all different varieties. Some raisins have seeds in them, some don't. There's some exotic or heirloom raisins. You should do some research and learn a little bit more about those. And then finally, we've got ground cinnamon. And that, because we're mimicking an oatmeal cookie, that ingredient will help give us that sense and that flavor. So now that we are familiar with all the ingredients, let's just put them all together and make up our breakfast, shall we? I'm going to be adding the almond milk into the container of the blender. And then I'll just, in any order that you'd like, you can just put your ingredients in. So my frozen bananas will go in next. I'm using a spoon because it's really a mess if you throw them in there and then they splash and it gets all over your countertop. It's just not pretty. The oatmeal, like I said, remember, not the quick cooking kind. Raisins, chia, the cacao nibs, and then the cinnamon. There's a measurement on recipes, and there always is on this show, but I'm just one of those, I season to taste, so I'm gonna start with a little bit of cinnamon. I can add a little bit more if I choose to, and you could do the same thing. So if you like it a little bit more cinnamon flavored, you can certainly add your own. I'll put the top on now. Turn my blender on. And it looks like I've got a really nice, thick, wonderful smoothie, but the real taste test is where we know if we did a good job. And we did. You're going to love this. Give it a try.